Good morning. Welcome to our Red Tara practice group and contemplation. Hope everybody's well today. This morning we're going to start the contemplation on the Four Immeasurables, which is the classic Buddhist training method to awaken great compassion. And normally when you go through the contemplation on the Four Immeasurables, you start with equanimity. To be of greater benefit, we must develop equanimity, an equal regard for all beings, compassion, the wish that all suffering come to an end, love, the aspiration that all beings find temporary and lasting happiness, and the ability to rejoice in others' good fortune. Equanimity, compassion, love, and rejoicing, perfected by all the great Bodhisattvas, are called the Four Immeasurable Qualities. The more we practice them, the more far-reaching our impact will be in this and future lives. Though we may wish to love and help all beings equally, we continually sort people into categories: those we like, those we don't like, those who have little effect on us, who we usually just disregard. Right from the start, we must address this tendency to discriminate, to extend love and compassion to everyone, friends and enemies alike without distinction. We must come to the certainty that all beings are equally deserving of our kindness and compassion. Our equanimity has to be genuine, not just a theoretical concept, or we will never change the way we relate to one another. Space is limitless, immeasurable, and filled with countless beings, each of whom experiences some form of suffering. A key to developing equanimity is to recognize that all beings face the same predicament. They all want to find happiness and avoid suffering. Yet, their chances for happiness are undermined by their misguided efforts to achieve it. Driven by self-centered desires, they do everything possible to fulfill them, but in the process, fail to find satisfaction and often cause harm to others. Every act of selfishness, harm, or anger diminishes their potential for contentment and poisons their future. Not knowing the causes of happiness, beings hopelessly compound their suffering. Not knowing how to eliminate the causes of suffering, they merely perpetuate it, enduring endless cycles of misery. Our challenge is to let go of our judgments and biases, including the distinctions we make between victim and aggressor. If tragedy befalls a relative or even a stranger, most of us are moved to compassion. But we tend to rejoice when an enemy suffers. We think he deserves it because he has hurt us or ours in some way. This attitude not only fails to aid anyone, but also creates non-virtue. When we hurt someone with our words or actions, or just wish him harm, we actually harm ourselves. The karmic repercussion of hitting someone, for example, is much worse than the pain of being hit. The mind is a fertile field in which a single karmic seed can produce many fruits. Just as a single apple seed can grow into a tree bearing hundreds of apples year after year. If an aggressor who has acted out of ignorance and confusion does not purify the karma he has made, his pain in the future will be much greater than that of his victim. It's as if the victim is now experiencing the consequences of having swallowed poison in the past, even as the aggressor himself is drinking a far deadlier dose. We need to find a way to help them both. Listening to the teachings is a little bit like going to the chiropractor. Today's the 31st? First. Listening to the teachings is a little bit like going to the chiropractor. Why do I say that? Because when we listen to the teachings, it lines us up again. It centers us. And we say, yes, that's right. I can't rejoice when I see bad guys getting harmed, bad politicians getting arrested or impeached, things happening to people that I don't like, to my enemies. I can't rejoice only when my family and friends, good things happen. And then this puts us back in line that we should never rejoice in anybody else's suffering under any circumstance. Then we kind of forget again. We sort of go back to those old patterns. We watch TV and we start to talk back to the people on TV. No, that's not true. That's not what they said. That's not right. Then we have to go back to the teachings and hear the teachings again, even if it's the same teaching we've heard 100 times, 1,000 times. It puts us back in line, like going to the chiropractor, puts us back in alignment. So the goal is hearing the teachings over and over and over and over. Finally, we stay in alignment. But like going to the chiropractor, in the beginning, the adjustments are really big and painful, and they have to go slowly, and they make big, loud pops. Then slowly, it's more gentle, and they just have to do a little touch, and it goes back into place. As the teachings penetrate our being, it takes less effort to put ourselves back in line. And this has to do when they talk about the energy going into the central channel. This alignment with the truth, alignment with goodness and kindness and love and compassion, putting all the energy into the central channel. So let's do our Tara practice, starting with the 7-line prayer. Om Orjin Yujin Nujan San Bema Gesar Dumpo La Yazin Jogi Modrone Pema Jumne Jesodra Cordo Cadro Mampecor Chechi Jeso Dodje Jinji Lavje Sheso So Guru Pema Siddhi Om Orjin Yujin Nujan San Pema Gesar Dumpo La Yazin Jogi Modrone Pema Jumne Jesodra Gordo Cadro Mampecor Chechi Jeso Dodje Jinji Lavje Sheso So Guru Pema Siddhi Om Orjin Yujin Nujan San Pema Gesar Dumpo La Yazin Jogi Modrone Pema Jumne Jesodra Gordo Cadro Mampecor Chechi Jeso Dodje Jinji Lavje Sheso So Guru Pema Siddhi. In the space in front of me, the mother of all the victorious ones, Arya Tara, actually appears, and to her I pray. Now, as I and countless others are lost in the ocean of samsaric suffering, I seek Buddhahood to gain temporary and ultimate happiness for myself and all living beings. For this reason, I take refuge in Arya Tara, embodiment of pure awareness, inseparable from all perfect qualities of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, Yidam, and Dakini. Now, as I and countless others are lost in the ocean of samsaric suffering, I seek Buddhahood to gain temporary and ultimate happiness for myself and all living beings. For this reason, I take refuge in Arya Tara, embodiment of pure awareness, inseparable from all perfect qualities of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, Yidam, and Dakini. Now, as I and countless others are lost in the ocean of samsaric suffering, I seek Buddhahood to gain temporary and ultimate happiness for myself and all living beings. For this reason, I take refuge in Arya Tara, embodiment of pure awareness, inseparable from all perfect qualities of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, Yidam, and Dakini. From the depths of my heart I pray, evoking from Tara's forehead, throat, and heart, a brilliant surge of rainbow light. As the light rays touch me and all other beings, the poisonous fruits of negative karma, sickness, demonic afflictions, and obstacles evaporate like dew in the morning sun. Merit, wisdom, glory, wealth, and longevity increase beyond measure. Illustrious Tara, please be aware of me. remove my obstacles, and quickly grant my excellent aspirations. Please pray for Ejane's mother, Maria, and also I request prayers for my father, Chuck Taylor, who's starting chemotherapy. Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Chetsun Pagma Droma Cheche No Gachin Kunsel Sandan Yudru Zo Om Tari Tam Soha 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 Om Ahum, the 3,000-fold universe, Mount Meru, the four continents, the minor continents, and the splendor and glory of gods, nagas, and humans, together with their roots of virtue, are emanated as vast and extensive clouds of perfectly pure offerings. I offer them to Tara, mother of the victorious ones. Om Ahum, the 3,000-fold universe, Mount Meru, the four continents, the minor continents, and the splendor and glory of gods, nagas, and humans, together with their roots of virtue, are emanated as vast and extensive clouds of perfectly pure offerings. I offer them to Tara, mother of the victorious ones. Om Ahum, the 3,000-fold universe, Mount Meru, the four continents, the minor continents, and the splendor and glory of gods, nagas, and humans, together with their roots or virtue, are emanated as vast and extensive clouds of perfectly pure offerings. I offer them to Tara, Mother of the Victorious Ones. Tram Guru Ratna Mandala Idam Yami. By the power of having prayed thus from the heart, may the enlightened mind be mastered and appearances perceived purely as the deity's body. May the meaning of the developing and completion stages be naturally internalized. May conditions inauspicious to the perfect path be pacified, and all conceivable auspicious conditions and aspirations be fulfilled. May the stains and obscurations of non-virtue be cleansed, and harm from other beings and bad dreams be averted. Grant the blessing of protection from the fear of lower existences. May rebirth not occur in the 8 states devoid of leisure practice. May all lifetimes be remembered and faculties be clear. May discipline be pure and the mind attend to Dharma. From the ripening of karma caused by delusion, grant the blessing that shields, protects, and conceals. May the malignancy of enemies, demons, and ghostly interferences, the harmful effects of untimely death, epidemics, and illnesses caused by poisons, all be pacified and purified, and may the wisdom and activities of Tara be revealed. Om Ahum. In the pure realm of the victorious ones, the spontaneous presence of the 3 kayas, is she who gives birth to victorious ones of the 3 times, a cloud of inexhaustible bliss of the 3 secrets. I bow to you, O sublime guide of the 3 realms of existence. From now until I reach enlightenment, I will rely on you as my sole source of refuge and protection. In accordance with your former aspirations and commitments, do not waver in your compassion. Fully bestow on me your powers, blessings, and cities. Whosoever sees me, hears me, touches me, or remembers me, by these 4 means of liberation, and by the most sublime city, may I be capable of freeing all those connected to me, and may my attainment become equal to yours. Without relying on the power of magnetizing, how could one gain the necessary qualities to care for others? May I influence all those to be tamed, positive and negative without exception, by inspiring in them the 4 kinds of devotion. Furthermore, upon mastering positive qualities within a state of liberation, may all beings quickly attain the actual form of the victorious ones, resplendent with the major and minor marks of perfection. Until such time, may we be free from the 8 great fears and from malevolent influences. May such favorable qualities as longevity, glory, and excellence flourish. May the yogas of the 2 stages be mastered, and may we be free from obstacles. In all countries, may disease, war, and famine be pacified. May all beings have bliss, happiness, and engage in the Dharma. May the Buddhist teachings be propagated, and may all beings come under the guidance of Tara, Mother of the Victorious Ones. In all countries, may disease, war, and famine be pacified. May all beings have bliss, happiness, and engage in the Dharma. May the Buddhist teachings be propagated, and may all beings come under the guidance of Tara, Mother of the Victorious Ones. In all countries, may disease, war, and famine be pacified. May all beings have bliss, happiness, and engage in the Dharma. May the Buddhist teachings be propagated, and may all beings come under the guidance of Tara, Mother of the Victorious Ones. Attachment to ordinary appearance and clinging to my corporeal form subside. From the space of emptiness, my mind's natural awareness spontaneously appears as the brilliant red seed syllable Tam. Instantly, Tam transforms into the luminous form of the noble Tara. She is smiling and exceedingly beautiful. Her right hand is in the gesture of supreme generosity and holds a long life face. Her left hand is in the gesture of the 3 jewels and holds a red upala flower by the stem. Within the petals of the flower are a fully drawn bow and arrow made of delicate flowers. Her garments are made of exquisite silk and draped perfectly in graceful folds. She wears wish-fulfilling jewels and splendid ornaments, as well as a garland of lotus flowers. Half of her hair is in a knot at the crown of her head, half flows down her back. She sits in the posture of royal ease on a sundisk resting on a red lotus. A full moon appears behind her. The Buddha Amitabha sits on a lotus above her head. She is ruby red. Her glorious rainbow light radiance fills an infinite sphere. On a red lotus and sundisk in her heart, the seed syllable Tam is encircled by the mantra mala. As the mantra is recited, the mantra mala begins to revolve. Radiating light from the mala forms an offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. Returned as wisdom blessings, the light is reabsorbed. Then light radiates again to the beings of the 6 realms, dissolving all suffering and transforming everything into the pure phenomena of Tara's Pure Land. Om Taditam Swaha. So, from Tara's heart, rainbow light shines forth throughout the 6 realms in the bardo, enveloping the deceased ones wherever they are, purifying their karma, and infusing them with Tara's radiant blessing. Their forms become brilliant spheres of light and dissolve into Tara's heart mind, a realm beyond the cycles of suffering, a realm of absolute purity and bliss. Om Tare Tum Sum Tare Tum Soa. Tara's form dissolves into the natural sphere of emptiness. Ah, ah.